Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to remove and reinstall a serpentine belt on this 2003 Ford Focus. This has the 2-liter dual overhead cam Zetec engine. It is pretty easy. Tools you'll need are a jack and jack stands, because you do have to access it from down below, a 10mm socket with a ratchet extension, and a 15mm wrench, as well as a pipe for some extra leverage. I do use lights in the video, so probably a flashlight additionally would help as well. And here's a good tool here. This is the belt diagram. This will help you get the belt back together. I'll show this again later when we're about to put the belt on.
Looking at the passenger side of the engine compartment, there's a 10mm bolt right in here. Use a wrench, socket, and extension. Okay, if you look back in here, you'll see a little clip. What you want to do is get a screwdriver down here, pry out on the water bottle a little bit, lift it up, and then off. Okay. Pull these out of the clip. I'm going to move your water bottle out of the way. And then right here is your power steering reservoir. Lift that up. And move it out of the way as well. If you're looking up from underneath, you'll find 2 bolts that hold this cover on. They're 10mm as well.
I'll just fast forward here as I remove those 2 10mm bolts.
If you look right up in here, this is your belt tensioner. Put a 15mm wrench on there. I like to use a nice big piece of pipe. Helps you get some extra leverage. Okay, and as you go clockwise on that, it actually loosens up the belt, and you can pull the belt off of your AC compressor down here. Slowly let your wrench go. Now you just remove your belt off your lower pulley so you can pull it up from the top. Okay, now from up here, take the pulley off your power steering pump and then the alternator, and I just take and pull the belt out in front here. You got to reach down. Make sure it comes in front of your tensioner pulley.
And basically what I'm doing here is just reaching down in, kind of twist the belt and pull it between the fronts of the pulleys and the body of the car.
Right up and out.
So we have the belt off, and pretty soon here I'm going to get to putting the belt back on. But again, here's a look at the diagram. This will help you a lot as you try and get the belt back on correctly.
Okay, to reinstall your belt, and you can see I am putting the old belt on there. It's still in good shape. The reason I took it off, you can see I got a nice new alternator on there. Check out the other videos to see that. But take a loop, okay, and go from the front. We're going to stick this loop underneath this engine mount. Okay. Grab hold of it with our finger here somehow. Just keep feeding it through. Okay. And you put that loop on the alternator there. Okay. And then you need to take the belt and feed it down between the body and your tensioner pulley. And then and also force this down, okay, between the body and your water pump pulley. Pretty much just force the belt right down, okay. It should be on top of your power steering pulley here. Okay, so from the top, you can see we've got the belt pretty much forced down. We've got it on top of our alternator here, and we've got it on top of our power steering pump here, and below this idler pulley. Okay, so the belt comes down. You can take this loop, and you need to kind of twist it and force it up onto the water pump. Okay, then this loop comes down. You'll have to bypass your AC compressor for right now. Okay, put that onto the crank. Pull it as tight as you can. Okay, take your 15mm wrench again. Put your pipe on there. Loosen that tensioner. And pull your belt down. Make sure it's on there. Let it go. Okay. I already see one little problem here. It's not quite on my crank correctly.
Okay, I'm just going to fast forward here. Unfortunately, I don't do a good job of filming it, but just check your pulley. I noticed that it's one groove off on the crank, so I loosen it back up, take it off the AC compressor pulley, get it onto the crank pulley correctly, check all the rest of the pulleys, make sure it's on there right, and then put it back on again.
Okay, just confirm belts on the alternator well and on the power steering pump correctly.
Okay, and I'm going to continue to fast forward as I put that dust and rock shield back in place and use the two bolts, bolt it back in place, and you can see I'm using air tools now just to kind of get it done quickly. Okay, and just continue through, fast forward as I put that power steering reservoir back in place. It just kind of presses into place with the rubber grommets, and then put the coolant reservoir back in place and put the 10mm bolt in place to hold it. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.